Goldberg has a massive update on his WWE status. Liv Morgan sends a message to angry Liv Girl ahead of WWE's Day 1. And Braun Strowman makes a bold comment about a current WWE superstar. What's up, everyone? I'm Jose G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Goldberg has a massive update on his WWE status. Goldberg has been on hiatus from wrestling since his victory over Bobby Lashley at Crown Jewel. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee show, the 55-year-old legend admitted that his shoulders has taken a lot of punishment in his career, and he will eventually have surgery to fix the long-standing problems. However, he still has one more match left on his WWE contract and doesn't plan on going under the knife until he completes his contractual obligations. Goldberg also realizes that Vince McMahon could call him at any moment, and the veteran superstar needs to be prepared for what may be his final assignment for the company. Goldberg has been featured in some big storylines ever since he returned to WWE in 2016 to rekindle his rivalry with Brock Lesnar. The former WCW star has captured the Universal Championship twice and had matches against some of the biggest names in the business. WWE utilized Goldberg on special occasions and has proven to be a significant draw for the promotion, especially at Saudi Arabia events. Riddle sets up a huge match for WWE's NXT's New Year's Evil. Raw superstar Riddle made an appearance on this week's NXT 2.0 to set up a huge match for the New Year's Evil special edition of WWE's third brand next week. Riddle has been a constant presence on NXT programming for weeks, and he was revealed as MSK's Shaman. Although the Raw Tag Team Champion was not present in person for this week's show, he made an appearance on the big screen. Riddle called out NXT Tag Team Champions Imperium for another match with MSK. A huge six-man tag team match was set up for next week at New Year's Evil after Riddle challenged Imperium, which was accepted by the ring general Walter. Riddle will also have a huge match at WWE's Day 1 pay-per-view. The very first WWE pay-per-view of 2022 will see RK Bro defend their Raw Tag Team titles against the Street Profits. The Grand Slam Tag Champions of WWE earned a title shot after winning the inaugural RK Bro-nament, defeating the Mysterios in the finals. RK Bro has been the most entertaining part of the Red Brand since its formation. The duo has had a daunting task ahead of them, as they are the team that has won every tag title in WWE. With two huge matches within 4 days, Riddle's abilities as a workhorse will be tested to its limits. Liv Morgan sends a message to angry Liv Girl ahead of Day 1. Liv Morgan is all set to take on Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title at Day 1. She lost her previous singles outing to Lynch on the December 6th edition of Raw, leaving her fans disappointed. WWE's cameras caught the reaction of a young fan that night who wasn't thrilled at all over Lynch's win. The internet immediately turned into a meme dubbing her as Angry Liv Girl, and Morgan acknowledged this as well. Speaking to CBS Sports, Liv Morgan had a message for angry Liv Girl. She wants the fan to attend WWE's Day 1 and watch her take on Becky Lynch at the event. Liv Morgan has been involved in this feud with Becky Lynch for over a month. She failed to capture the Raw Women's title on the December 6th episode of Monday Night Raw due to Becky Lynch using the ropes as leverage during the roll-up. Liv will have a second chance at Big Time Bex's coveted title at WWE's Day 1 on January 1st. Braun Strowman makes a bold comment about a current WWE superstar. Former WWE Superstar Braun Strowman had major praise for Raquel Gonzalez in his latest tweet. Strowman was let go by WWE earlier this year. He has been keeping a keen eye on the product ever since and occasionally tweets about his former co-workers. He has been all praise for NXT superstar Raquel Gonzalez. The two are seemingly dating in real life and regularly post pictures together on social media. Braun Strowman recently responded to WWE's NXT's latest tweet about Gonzalez and had a major compliment for her. He said that Raquel Gonzalez is the back that carries NXT. Strowman further stated that the former NXT Women's Champion is bigger than 97% of the men. Raquel Gonzalez has been doing quite well for herself on WWE TV over the past few months. She has been with WWE for about 5 years at this point and is one of the most dominant female athletes in the company. In addition to being a former NXT Women's Champion, she has also won the NXT Women's Tag Team titles alongside Dakota Kai on one occasion. Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked her number 10 in its list of top 10 150 female wrestlers of 2021. AJ Styles has a message for top heel on NXT 2.0. The war of words between AJ Styles and Grayson Waller continued on this week's NXT 2.0. This week's edition of WWE's third brand kicked off with the NXT star taunting AJ over this week's Raw appearance. The former WWE champion appeared on the big screen after Waller's match and said that the NXT star had gotten what he wanted on Raw: attention, but it was the wrong kind of attention. The Phenomenal One also announced that he'll be present at New Year's Evil next week. Although Styles is set to appear on NXT next week, it's still unclear if he'll be wrestling. AJ Styles was set to face his former partner Omos on Monday Night Raw, but the plans were nixed at the last moment. However, the exact reason for canceling the match has still not been revealed. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio has speculated that it might be due to Styles and Omos having a, quote, absolutely horrendous match at WWE's live show from Madison Square Garden. AJ Styles is currently working as a babyface for the first time since 2019 when he turned heel with the club. Now that the Phenomenal One is back to being a singles competitor, we may see him gun for a third WWE title run in 2022. But before he does that, he has both Omos and Grayson Waller to deal with. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For exclusive content that you never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.